Hello my friends, this is Jeannie. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. In today's video, I am going to share with you more of my October daily. I will be sharing days 18 through 22, I believe is where I left off. Let's double check. Yes, 22. I have shared days 1 through 17, so if you have not checked those videos out, be sure to do that. I created a playlist. Some of them are just walkthroughs of what I've done, and a couple of them are lengthy process videos. Today's video is going to be another walkthrough, and yes, it is official. I will be rolling over into November to finish this October daily, and I really do want to finish it. So hopefully you will join me in November as I continue to work through my October daily. I think it will be at least one more video, maybe two. Two if I decide to do a process. One, if I just decide to do a walkthrough. I would like to do a process video, and specifically I would like to do a process video for the bonus page. I am going to do a bonus page for Day of the Dead. I have to. I need a Day of the Dead page in this journal in order for this to be complete. So I have not decided as of yet. I guess all I can say at this point is just stay tuned. So let me share with you what I have done. So turning the page, we have here days 18 and 19, which go hand in hand, and it's one almost fluid page. Day 18 reads, "Your eye falls on a tomb at the back. Leaning over it to read the inscription, the top slides open, revealing stairs. How does it look?" Well, here is my tomb in the background, and there's a pin, a paper clip holding it closed, because we are actually going to open it and see what it reveals. This pin or paper clip is a black lace rosette with a button in the center and also one of those candies from an earlier page. I thought it would be nice to carry that over. So here's the tomb. Opens to reveal a tunnel. You start walking along that tunnel and you find old photos discarded along the path of the tunnel. You also see twins, more twins. Are they real or a figment of your imagination? We don't know yet, but there they are. Day 19 reads, "You go down the stairs. What does the secret room look like? What things did your relatives keep down there?" Well, as you continue to travel down this tunnel, you eventually come into a large cave. And in that cave, off in the corner, you see this figure. Who is she or who is he? We don't know. But we see that crow. Remember that crow? We've seen that crow before. That crow was earlier in our series. That crow was hanging out right near the library. That's the crow we thought was making that spooky sound at first. Later we came to learn it was the bride in the dome, but that crow, we've seen that crow before. Is that crow telling this person or this figure all about you? So here we have kind of like a secret chamber below the tomb, and something or someone is living down there. What they're doing, we don't know, but we see crows, we see bottles, we see vials, we see a skull. And on this side, We see our familiar friends, the guardians. Remember the three sisters, the Pumpkinhead sisters, who were guarding the tomb? Here they are again. It reads here, sometimes you have done all you can do. I am seeking. Who is seeking? And if you look closely at their bodies, it reads, they tried to bury us. They didn't know. Who tried to bury who? And what didn't they know? Does it have anything to do with the photos you found strewn all over that floor in the tunnel? Does it have anything to do with this figment, this figure? So this page was fun to create. I wanted it to be interactive. I knew 18 and 19 would go hand in hand. So I wanted to kind of create that experience of the tomb sliding open, revealing the tunnel. You're walking down the tunnel, seeing things that are giving you clues as to what may be going on, the mystery of this house that you inherited. And who is this living under the tomb? Is it real or a figment of your imagination? We don't know yet. And these three sisters, if you will, these pumpkin heads, what are they trying to tell you? Sometimes you have done all you can do. I am seeking. Who is seeking? And what? What did they try to bury? Who and why? So these two pages were made. This one was made using lots of sprays and distress crayons. I had some Tim Holtz ephemera. One was this group picture of a bunch of kids in this creepy house. Kind of gave me the vibe of an orphanage. So who are these kids? What is the orphanage all about? Does it have anything to do with all of the kids on the property? Or these ghosts you keep seeing, these twins, these kids growing out of flowers? Does it have anything to do with this? We don't know. But those are some old decrepit photos. Maybe burned. Was there a fire that we found? This side was created using more of the Dina Wakely Collage Collection pages from volume 1 and 2. Did a lot of layering here. More of those Tim Holtz Pumpkinhead stamps embossed on black cardstock. There's a lot of Distress Oxide spray here. This middle panel is an original digital artwork that I created. I then printed it in grayscale, went in with my distress crayons and distress watercolor pencils to add pops of color. Used my Stabila All pencil to highlight and create shadows. And of course, there's lots of splatter on both pages. Here I did add some skulls because since we're more than halfway through October and more towards the tail end of October, I wanted to start kind of signaling or foreshadowing a Day of the Dead page, if you will. Kind of like a little Easter egg there. And then this couple down here, I put them there because it looks like they're living under the tomb as well. So is that what's happening? Are people living under the tombs? If so, why? Or are these just more ghosts? Who are they? Got a lot of unsolved mysteries on this property, that's for sure. So those are days 18 and 19. Now this page, all I did to create this page was I did a Google search for a tomb and came across an image of just Didn't look anything like this. It was very flat, just a standard photo of a crypt, I believe it was. I printed it in grayscale, and then I went in with my distress crayons and inks and Stabilo or pencil to just give it a lot of dimension and just make it my own. So day 20. Day 20 reads, surprise, a monster jumps out at you and you turn to run. Out of the corner of your eye, you catch a glimpse. What does it look like? So here is what my monster looks like. This is another original digital art piece that I created. I printed it in grayscale and then went in with my distress crayons, markers, color pencils, and just added colors more in keeping with the grunge of the book. If you look closely, this figure has two heads. But is it a monster though? Who is this? Why two heads? Is it two heads? Or is that a crow on her shoulder with a human head? This monster is living in this cave. Why? How did he get there? Is it trying to hurt you, or is it chasing you away, hoping you don't come back? That is day 20. Here we have day 21. Day 21 reads, safe inside, you think all is well until the door under the stairs pops open on its own. A hand beckons you. What does it look like? Here we have a staircase, a grand staircase, more of those portraits on the wall that we saw in the beginning. Here we have this huge hand, and it's presenting something to you. It's presenting you with a skull, a heart. You have butterflies and flowers. Is it trying to tell you something? What's the message? Why a heart? And you have butterflies. It's a mix of beauty and death, beauty and ugliness. What is this hand trying to tell you? Now this page was created using a background of a castle that I printed from Google. Of course, I went in with all of my mixed media and gave it some dimension, grunged it up. These at the bottom here were all stickers in different colors. And once I attached them or glued them to the page, I went over it with some clear gesso and used my distress crayons to kind of marry all of the images together so they didn't look like a bunch of stickers. I wanted them to look like something more. We have flowers, a heart, skull, butterflies, moth. It was a fun page to create. And then here we have just a pocket that I decorated. I don't have anything in there as of yet, but I just added a little black cat here, spider. This background was created using a Tim Holtz backgrounds page. And here's the back side of it. This is from a Recollections collection, I think. I think it was called Midnight Magic. It's an oldie. It's been in my, I got half of the 6x6 paper pad in my stash. It's been there for a while. I've been using some of the pages here and there. There was this one page that had this really pretty metallic spider web on it, so I just added a little dimensional spider sticker. This is a Tim Holtz paper doll of a little gypsy girl with butterfly wings, perhaps getting trapped in this spider's web. This spider sees an opportunity to seize upon her. Maybe she's getting a little too close to danger. And I put her here for a reason, and I gave her rings for a reason. This little bit of foreshadowing in terms of what's coming up. In case you haven't noticed, I do intentionally, quite intentionally, carry certain threads, certain images throughout a journal when I am trying to make it more cohesive. I think carrying an image, an idea, or a theme across a journal, even though you have several different pages, just helps to marry all of the pages together and make your journal a little more cohesive. It's kind of like what the splattering is doing here. No matter what I do on any of these pages, as long as I add splatter in my mind, it's kind of connecting all of the pages, and I tend to use similar colors or stay in the same color palette, and I think that helps too, especially with something like this, like an October daily. So that is day 21. Here is day 22, and this is by far my favorite page, and once I tell you more about it, you'll understand why. The prompt reads, "The ominous hand lingers in the air, pointing until you realize it's pointing behind you. What's there? Well, it's only one way to find out. You turn, and there on the wall is this beautiful portrait of a couple. A very happy couple, in love couple, in this beautiful ornate frame. Who are they? You step closer. They look kind of familiar. You step even closer. Then it hits you, and you can't believe what you're looking at. These are your parents. At least it looks like them. That looks like your mom. But you don't ever remember seeing wedding photos growing up. In fact, she didn't really talk much about it, did she? Now that you think about it, she didn't talk about it at all. Why not? Why is her portrait here? Why is the hand beckoning you to look at this portrait? What's going on here? Do your parents have anything to do with it, and why didn't they tell you? So this page, the minute I read this prompt, and I'm not sure why, I immediately thought of my own parents. And this is actually an actual wedding photo from my mom's wedding album. She got married when she was very young. She has a beautiful photo album. I took a couple of the photos. I scanned them. Of course, I wasn't going to ruin originals, but this is my mom and this is my dad. And the fact that I got to put them in my journal, I absolutely love it. So what I did was I took one of their wedding photos and I scanned it, printed it in grayscale, and then I just sealed it with some clear gesso. I added some vintage photo oxide spray and then quickly sponged it up. I didn't want it to soak and make it too dark, but I did want it to appear aged and not so perfect. The way I created the frame is I had 2 pages. This was a paper bag, and I just cut the seam and made it 2 pieces. I'll show you what the original looked like. The original looked like this. It was a paper bag like this. So what I did was I just went through, cut it, opened it. 1/2, I cut the circle in and just peeled the paper back, gluing as I was peeling back, making sure to create somewhat of an oval frame. I used some gold leaf on the frame. That's actual gold leaf. I think it's Phenobar. I got this a long time ago on sale, and I've been just wanting to use it, and this was the opportunity. Then I have some Tim Holtz ephemera for the flowers. I wanted to be a grungy page, but I wanted to be a beautiful page. I wanted it to be special. It's different from all the others. For whatever reason, this particular portrait is different than all the others. It's not as sad. It's not as creepy. There's definitely something going on here, but it's not as tragic, perhaps, as the other photos in the manner, and definitely will explain a lot as the story progresses. Why is this photo in this house? So that is day 22. Now, you can probably tell by the reflection, I did want it to appear like an actual framed portrait on the wall. So I used some craft clear plastic to create kind of like that picture frame glass effect. Then I covered that up and did some splatter, but here I just did all in gold. No black, no red. I just wanted to be a very grungy, but still happy, but still kind of blends in with the rest of the book kind of page, if that makes sense. So that is day 22, my friends. So doing the math, I still have 9 more days plus Day of the Dead. So I'm going to continue to work on my journal. And as I finish the pages, I will share them with you. As I said earlier, there will definitely be one more video, maybe 2. And then I will officially call my October daily done. So let me know which was your favorite page. This one was a lot of fun to make. How do you feel about interactive pages like this? I absolutely love them. A true labor of love, I have to say. It took me probably 2 days to finish this page and all of the different elements that went into it. So thank you for joining me, my friends. I truly do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. If you have any questions or comments, then definitely feel free to leave them down below. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe. I would love to have you. And I hope everyone will continue to join me into November as I continue to work on my October daily. When I made this paper bag journal, I thought it would be a one-time use for my October daily. But I am on day 22 and have not even reached the midpoint of the book. So I'm thinking I might be able to get all 31 days plus Day of the Dead on the first half of the book. And I quite possibly will be able to use the second half of this book next year. So, or maybe I will move into the November, December holidays. I don't really do like a December daily. Not something I given much thought to, and I don't even know that, I don't know how I feel about that. But if you know of any good December daily type prompt lists or challenges that are put out every year, drop a link down below. Who knows, maybe I'll be inspired the same way I was inspired by April and release the crafting. So I will catch you all in the next video, my friends. Until next time, bye bye.